talk about the excitement level of you guys and you for tonight's game.
Yeah, they're ready to actually play somebody different where it counts. Clark Atlanta played Georgia Tech in exhibition, I believe, lost by 15 or 16. They're going to play a high-paced, fast-paced game, kind of chaotic at times. So it's good for us to be able to just play the game, and a lot of things are going to be thrown differently at us. So again, last year I thought our ball handling and passing was a little suspect. So this is going to be a great test for us. This right off the bat, because we've got some new guys who I think are skill-wise going to help us. So it's going to be a really good test for us. But we're excited about playing somebody different where it counts.
Coach, tonight you guys are playing here at home, but after this, it's going to be a while until you're back here, right? What do you hope fans here, especially with homecoming week, kind of see from you guys tonight?
Yeah, I think they'll see us competing together with some toughness, details. Not all the time. It's the first game of the year, so we're obviously going to be make some mistakes. But I like the way we've been competing in preseason. We have a deep team, but I think number one is just the way they compete, and I think we got numbers. Our depth is a little bit better, so I think the talent level's gotten better. So I think they're going to see an exciting team tonight, which will get them to come back for December.
You have 9 underclassmen this year, and what are you hoping to get out of them, especially early in the season, when they kind of get their feet wet?
Yeah, just getting them out there and see how they react to certain situations. You know, a lot of times in preseason where officially, the popcorn's not popping, and there's not referees and people in the stands. I want to see them react to that, but it's not. It's more that they're going to compete at a high level. I do like our underclassmen. I like the guys we brought in. We've got some really good freshmen. In David Thomas from Eagles Landing right up the road. He can really score the basketball. He does not play like a freshman. Now, he's going to make some freshman mistakes, but, man, I just love his poise out there. Even the scrimmages we've had, he's playing against guys that are 22, 23 years old, and you wouldn't know it because he knows how to compete and keep his poise. And then Jake Davis is a freshman from Indianapolis who can really, really shoot the basketball. He won a state championship at one of the best high schools in the state of Indiana. So every year they're really, really good. So he brings that type of just swag, just kind of confidence in knowing how to play and expecting to win. So I think that's really key. And then another point guard from Michigan, we got Anthony Bernard, who again is a true point that I think is an excellent passer. His defense, he doesn't understand. He played zone all the time in high school, and we don't play much zone. So he's had to change a little bit of how his mentality. Anybody that's played the game of basketball, like zone's like a noon ball thing. You switch and you stand there and don't really work real hard on defense. So it's been hard for him to get used to that. But he's a competitor. He played quarterback for his high school team. So he'll learn pretty fast because if his minutes aren't like they're supposed to be, it's because he's not defensively playing the way he needs to. So, but I do love our underclassmen.
Anything that surprised you in this preseason that you're looking forward to finally seeing out there on the floor tonight?
David Thomas's number is probably the biggest surprise to me. I knew he was good, but I didn't. Again, I talk about his poise, and he's very coachable. You tell him one time, that's all he needs, man. He's got it. So has been a big surprise for us, just from a personnel standpoint. The second surprise to me has been just our cohesiveness and our competitiveness in practice. I can count on one hand easily the amount of times we've had bad practices. And that last couple of years you could count on one hand, two hands probably. You know what I mean? And so that's been a great sign to me because I think the right guys are coming in and the right guys returning that want to compete together. They want to do the details, and all that's very important.
Jalen really came alive last season. How excited is he to do that again, and maybe more so as kind of the guy?
Yeah, no, he is. We got to be careful because he is a very good player. He's very talented, but it's not just about him this year. We got some other pieces that are pretty good, so he's going to have to learn, to maybe, we need 2, 3, 4 other guys in double figures besides just you. But he's had a great offseason. Like, I don't expect anything less from him. He's a guy you never have to run a play for, and he can get 18 to 20 for you. So he's just got to understand. He needs to be more of a two-way player this year. especially he can help us on defense because he's so athletic and long, long and strong and all that kind of stuff that, hey, man, if you can do that on the offensive end, you should be able to do the same thing on defense. So he's starting to figure that out a little bit because the better he plays on defense, the better our team is, the more things good happen for him.
Coach, the last few years haven't been great, right? So I know you don't want to look at it like this, but is there any fear this year that this is a very important year for you going forward, especially with your job this year?
Yeah, absolutely it is. Sure is, 100%. Every year for any coach is you better be doing your job, and you got to win, 100%. That's pressure. That's why I wouldn't have got in this position if I was worried about that. All right, I like our team. I love the way we've been competing, and we have to take day by day. I know Coach Cronick and Ty and Tavion, they talk about the same thing. You know what I mean? Just trying to go day by day, and the wins will take care of itself if we handle our details. We compete together. You know what I mean? We compete and help each other. We compete with toughness. The players we have in our program right now, we do those things, we'll be fine.